Hello there. In this video, we'll be taking a look at the current state of the Republican primary. Donald Trump and Nikki Haley have already declared their candidacies, as well as a handful of people you've probably never heard of. I also think we'll see Ron DeSantis announce his candidacy soon. Let's start by taking a look at the national polls to get the big picture. And we've seen lately that in a crowded field, Trump is pulling in around 40% of the vote, DeSantis around 30%, while Mike Pence and Nikki Haley sit around 5%. For what it's worth, the betting market essentially reflects the polls. But national polls and betting markets aren't worth much. Let's take a look at the state polls we already have. First, I want to say we don't have any recent polls out of Iowa. Just wait for the Seltzer poll. That's the only poll that matters in Iowa. But we do have some results from New Hampshire. UNH has DeSantis ahead by 12, while Coefficient has Donald Trump ahead by 11. No one else is very competitive. New Hampshire votes very early in the process, so I doubt the field will have consolidated, likely giving Trump a small edge, but it should be close regardless. New Hampshire has 22 delegates. Let's do some rough math and give each candidate 11 delegates. I do think New Hampshire right now lean towards Trump, so I'll mark it in red, and moving forward, Trump states are red, DeSantis states are blue. Let's move next to California, a very important state. It's 169 delegates are up for grabs, and it's a winner-take-all state. The latest poll from UC Berkeley has DeSantis winning both in a crowded field and head-to-head with Trump. We're going to give DeSantis all 169 delegates and make California appropriately blue. Next, we have Florida, the home state of Ron DeSantis, and it's hard to imagine him losing Florida considering his strong favorables. That being said, Trump did beat Marco Rubio in Florida in 2016, so I don't think it's totally unreasonable to predict Trump winning this state. The Florida polls we have aren't recent, but they all show DeSantis beating Trump. We're going to give another 125 delegates to Ron DeSantis, as Florida is a winner-take-all state. Next, let's head to Arizona, another winner-take-all state, this one with 43 delegates. Our most recent poll has Trump up 9. Let's give him all 43 delegates. Next, we're heading to Indiana, the home state of Mike Pence, who is considering a 2024 run, but I don't think he'd do very well personally. Indiana is another winner-take-all state, and our most recent poll has Trump winning by 11. However, Mike Pence did receive 13% of the vote in this poll. If Pence doesn't run, where does his support go? I don't know. Indiana also votes on May 7th, and the field probably will consolidate to 2 or 3 candidates by that point, which could favor DeSantis or whoever emerges as the Never Trump candidate. But for now, we're going to give Donald Trump all 58 of Indiana's delegates. Let's head west to Kansas, and we have a recent poll and it shows some interesting results. Head-to-head, DeSantis beats Trump by 8. In a crowded field, Trump leads by 13. Delegates are awarded on a selection basis, so it's hard to allocate them here. In 2016, Ted Cruz won 48% of the vote and received 24 of the 40 delegates. Kansas votes early, March 9th, but that's after Super Tuesday, meaning the field may consolidate by then. For now, let's split the 39 delegates evenly, 19 for Trump, 19 for DeSantis, and 1 for an also-ran. I'll just make Kansas red because I do think Trump has the slight edge right now. Heading east, let's talk about Maryland. It's another winner-take-all state, this one with 39 delegates. We have a recent poll and it follows that same familiar trend. Head-to-head, DeSantis narrowly leads, in a crowded field, Trump leads. However, that crowded field poll does include 18% for Larry Hogan, the state's former governor. Hogan has already said that he's hesitant to run because he doesn't want to split the field, helping Trump win. I imagine a decent chunk of Hogan's supporters follow his lead and vote against Trump. Additionally, Maryland votes in late April, and I expect the primary field to have consolidated by then, so for now, I'm giving Maryland's 39 delegates to Ron DeSantis. Tell me why I'm wrong in the comments section below, but stick around because Trump supporters should like this next prediction because we're heading to Michigan. This year, Michigan votes on February 27th. While our one recent head-to-head poll shows DeSantis narrowly leading, I doubt the field will have consolidated by this point. In Michigan, if any candidate receives more than 50% of the vote, they receive all 55 delegates, but I don't see that happening. Delegates are then awarded proportionally to all candidates who received at least 20% of the vote. So let's do some rough math. In a crowded field, Trump leads DeSantis. So therefore, I'm going to give Trump 30 delegates to DeSantis' 25 delegates. Let's head back south to Mississippi, and we have a recent poll from Siena, a very highly rated pollster. Head-to-head, Trump leads DeSantis by 7. Mississippi is a complicated, albeit democratic, method of allocating delegates based both on winning congressional districts and statewide performance, so a clean sweep for any candidate is unlikely. This is more rough math, so forgive me, but let's give Trump 26 of Mississippi's delegates leaving DeSantis with 13. Don't be surprised if an also-ran candidate picks up a delegate or two here. Next, we have Missouri, and here's a story you're familiar with. In the most recent poll, DeSantis leads head-to-head, but Trump leads in a crowded field. Missouri votes a week after Super Tuesday, so I expect there to be some stragglers. Missouri also allocates its 54 delegates proportionally. I'll take a minor stand here and give Trump 28 delegates to DeSantis's 26 delegates. Next, we're heading to Texas, another very important state because Texas has 152 delegates and it's a winner-take-all state. Texas also votes on Super Tuesday, so the field might not yet be consolidated. And in a crowded field, Trump currently holds a 1% lead over Ron DeSantis. This poll is a couple months old, and it also includes Ted Cruz, who I doubt we'll see run. In a race this close, don't be surprised if endorsements from Greg Abbott, Ted Cruz, and John Cornyn go a long way. But for now, we'll stick to the poll. We'll give Trump all of Texas's delegates, even though he only has a 1% lead. Heading west to Utah, the home state of Mitt Romney, Utah will hold a caucus on Super Tuesday, awarding delegates on a proportional basis. Our most recent poll shows Trump up by double digits. Let's give Trump 25 delegates and DeSantis 15 delegates. And that's all we have for right now. DeSantis with 442 delegates to Trump's 392 delegates. DeSantis is currently being bolstered with wins in Florida and California, and he could really run away with things if he takes Texas too. 1,234 delegates are needed to win the nomination, and right now I think DeSantis has to be the favorite, but this relies on the field quickly consolidating behind him. And don't rule out the possibility of Republicans consolidating around Trump, as he still has decent favorables among Republicans and Republican-leaning independents. But we're still a long ways away, so if you made it this far, subscribe to the channel to keep up with the latest news and polls, and as always, thanks for watching.